Welcome to the Annie Jennings PR Author and Expert Podcast Series. My name is Stacey Emerald Kaufman. I'm the radio director for Annie's Big City #1 national radio campaign that includes a performance guarantee and unlimited media training. Annie Jennings also offers her famous performance publicity program with no monthly retainers for influential online media outlets and television across the country. Today we're talking with Carole Stizza. She's the CEO and founder of Relevant Insight Coaching, providing executive leadership coaching to established and emerging leaders and their teams. Carole is a contributing author in Compassion at Work and Coach Wisdom Volume 1, both found on Amazon, and she'll be releasing her first book later on this year. So welcome, Carole.
Thank you for having me.
And Carole, why don't you start us off by talking about some of the services that you provide at Relevant Insight?
Well, thanks. My services are catering to emerging leaders and established executives. And what I have found is the cornerstone of my business is helping them identify what makes them uniquely qualified for their leadership roles first, then stepping into identifying how they want to move forward in their leadership success. I mean, few people want exactly the same things, and all need to marry individual goals with the organizational needs as well as those in their employment. So I find that they are looking for understanding that leading doesn't mean pushing employees where they need to go. It's motivating them to go after where they want to grow and innovating along the way for the organization's optimal success.
And Carole, what would you say the cornerstone is of your coaching practice?
The cornerstone is that we are all individually unique. Data can assess that we are about 1 in 476 trillion, each uniquely made, yet the need to belong drives us to conform in ways that hide our greatness. So coaching people to see where they are naturally strong and naturally gifted frees them to find their own successful flow and critically evaluate if they're on the right path. So I find that just elevating them to their unique self is the true cornerstone of what I do.
And when your clients are working with you, what do they brag about?
That's such a great question. What I've had them brag about the most is that they have more confidence in what makes them unique. We also identify how to communicate that value, including which experiences are relevant when they want to, talk or connect with a client, a peer, and our future goals, and basically how to recognize where their strengths are a beautiful asset in the success they want. A side benefit that I hear, too, is that they have an increased level of valuing others for their unique contributions, which in coaching speak is a win for emotional intelligence.
And what are the types of clients that work best with you? Who would be your ideal clients, and how does what you do and how you work with them get them to the next level?
Well, the clients I have had the most success with are those who want to lead, not just manage, because those are two different skill sets that have two different agendas and visions. So my emerging leader clients are typically parents with challenges at home and at work, and they're looking to maintain calm management while stepping into strategic thinking in both of those areas at home and at work. And my established leader clients are in the higher C-suite level positions, sometimes still having kids at home too, and yet faced with the similar challenge of moving from operational success into strategic thinking just on a bigger stage. And coaching really helps elevate both of them.
And do you have some practical tips, Carole, or mistakes to avoid that you feel might help our listeners out today?
I'm sure. Currently, we're in a world of change right now, and it's easier to get frustrated than satisfied on any given day. So the biggest mistakes I currently see are 3. Not addressing your own self-care as a human being who leads, because then you aren't as compassionate with others who need it too. Second is not reaching out in person while maintaining the same work output expectations, even when teams aren't struggling with new challenges such as we're facing currently. And the third is expressing frustrations with teams and employees before first addressing what's going right. But my tips today are more practical takeaway tips because of this level of frustration we're currently dealing with. And it centers around simply assessing what you are communicating to yourself and to others when you're frustrated. especially leaders talking to their teams. And we see this frustration manifest itself first with using the words should and but perhaps more than before. So we've often heard about the word but. Many of us have heard to replace but with and if the sentence still makes sense, you're golden. If it doesn't, however, then most people see what you're trying to say is just kind of offering a welcome mat before you say what you really want. And it's never taken in the same way you're trying to deliver it. And people see that you're frustrated. They just need to talk more clearly and directly to that frustration. But the biggest tip of the day, I think right now that I'm conveying more and more, is around the word should, because it comes up in I should a lot right now. It comes up in you should. And what that word masks is frustration. It's just telling the world, I'm frustrated. And the quicker you can bypass the word should and just get to the point of stating what you're frustrated about, then you're going to step into more meaningful conversations and get to solutions a lot faster. So basically, stop shoulding all over yourself.
I love that saying, Carole. I love that saying. Oh, man, that is such a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for that. And everyone out there, our listeners, you can learn more about Carole Stizza on her website, which is relevant-insight.com. Don't forget the dash, relevant-insight.com, where you can sign up for fabulous information from her newsletter and connect with her on all of her social media, including YouTube, where you can subscribe to see her most recent videos. Carole, thanks again.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you all for listening to this podcast brought to you by Annie Jennings PR.com. Till next time.